Moving right along, we go to 74 kilos. That's 163 pounds. Out in the red singlet, T.C. Dantzler of Colorado Springs in the New York Athletic Club. He was 5th in the 2006 World Championships, 5-time U.S. World Team member. His opponent in the blue singlet, Andrew Bisek from Chaska, Minnesota. He's 2007-2008 University's national champion. You talk about a veteran, T.C. Dantzler is one.
You know, we pointed out how old Jim Grunwald was. Dantzler's a youth compared to Jimmy, 6 months younger, 38 years of age, but both he and Jimmy are going to show you how their experience and their position really plays into this. Dantzler still, though, at 38, a tremendously explosive athlete.
The thing about T.C. Dantzler, you know, he has explosiveness. He can get in a position where he'll kind of bait you asleep, and then he'll just simply explode on you, score 1 all the way up to 6 points. It's how he wrestles. It's how he's been, you know, mastering his skill over the years, and he still has his quickness, strength, and agility out there, and that's what's going to try to carry him through this national championship match.
And Rulon, you've watched him through the years because he was a competitor when you were a competitor. So how have you seen this young man grow throughout the years?
You know, it's a, you know, athletic, you know, prowess that he has. He walks out there, he kind of baits you, you know. He'll get in a good position, then he'll just simply explode on you, and he'll disappear. He'll actually come up behind you, or he'll throw you from 1 all the way up to 6 points, and that's something that, you know, you cannot, you know, account for, is the explosiveness.
Well, we come to the final seconds here in the first period, and they're scoreless, so they go to the coin toss.
And this is where TC loves it. TC loves to be on top because he has an amazing reverse body lift. He will physically pick you up and put you on your back for 6 points. Most guys in the world have never seen that explosiveness. So it'll be interesting to see how TC handles the first position and then 30 seconds when he gets on top.
Well, you know, he's got explosiveness, but I like to say it's quickness. Quickness with power, I think that equals explosiveness. I'm not for sure. But he's got the strength. Now let's see how he handles it.
Yeah, oh, he got caught. Bisek caught him in that front headlock and turned him through for 2. Now TC's going to be a situation where he's going to have to turn Bisek when he gets his shot on top. A 2-2 tie would give it to TC on the last point scored, but that's kind of caught me by surprise there. I thought TC was going to have a little better defense. He might have been caught by surprise on that.
I think he was, you know, lulling himself asleep right there. He wasn't really prepared for it. He was probably thinking about his chance on top, but you can't count TC out. Right now, this is his position. Right now, reverse body lick. Watch this. He could actually throw him in a matter of seconds over his head for 6 points. It's never over with TC until the last second of the match.
But you know, you got to credit Bisek because he's gone up 2-0 here with 20 seconds remaining, and this is the first period.
TC's developed a pretty good front headlock off of there, throwing a guy through, and there he did it. He's worked very hard on that front to change up his lift because people internationally have recognized how good a lifter he is, so he's had to change that attack off the same lock, and a great example of that, take him through for the 2 and the win.
Well, you guys called it. He was trailing by 2 midway through, but he got the lift to throw, picks up the points. We are underway in the second period. T.C. Dantzler out in the red singlet, the winner of the first period. He won by the score of 2-2, but had the last 2-point move, so he won the victory in the first period. Now leads 1 period to none over his opponent, Andrew Bisek.
And that's where TC needs to kind of stick up and actually step up and use his strength, you know, use his knowledge and experience to be able to go out there and control the match. You don't want to win in the last second, and that's one thing, you know, you'd like to see him do is actually step up there, execute quicker. You know, Bisek is coming in, has great little technique. It surprised us with that front headlock, and I know right now TC respects him a little bit more, and right now he doesn't want to be able to back up. You have to be able to initiate the fight, control the center of the mat. Neither athlete's doing it right now. They're looking to go into parterre position again and seeing which athlete is going to find the last way to score.
T.C. Dantzler feels good about himself when he's in the parterre position. We discussed that in the first period. So do you think sometimes he's just going to nurse it on his feet and wait till they get to the coin toss?
He actually does, and I think that's something that, you know, I wish you would work on and improve on, because you can't go over against those foreign athletes and compete at that level. You have to initiate. You have to control the mat. You can't expect them to give you a chance, because a lot of times they will not give you that chance.
No, they're going to come after you. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to go on the attack rule on, as you just said, and it will change a little bit in the international arena.
It will, and right now in America, you know, you look at it, our officials do a great job. You know, they don't want either athlete to get an advantage. They want to be able to give everybody a fair chance at winning this match, and that's something I think America does better than any other country in the world.
Now, TC's got to be careful. He jumped first time, and well, that was close, because TC jumped the first one. Now both have been called.
Step and lock right away.
They've each been called. If one jumps again, points could go out.
Right now, Bisek got the lock. He's going to probably try to go for a front headlock, the same one as he went in the first period. And right now, TC is trying to, you know, reposition him. You look how wide he is, how solid of a base he is. He's trying to control his hands and control the lock.
Huge base, spread eagle with the hands, and of course the legs, as you just saw, extremely wide. Called a great base.
Yeah, TC is very flexible, and he can really cover everything by sitting back. Not many people can. Now he gets wide, like you see, you know, big bird defense, as they like to call it when they first teach kids. Stops it. Now 30 seconds period. TC gets the point, but now he still has to score here on top.
He's got to score. If he does not score, the period goes over to Bisek, and at that point it would be tied at 1 period apiece. And they've had some challenges in starting this reverse body lock.
Well, that just tells you, you know, how competitive it is, because one athlete gets an unfair lock, that's the match right there, and you do not want to let your opponent get that, so you're willing to take a little bit of a chance, and as you can see through the past matches, it will actually come back and bite you because you try to overemphasize it.
Here he goes. He's got that again, and he took him through, and we'll see how they score that. I saw 2-2.
Even if they score at 2-2, it looks like it's going to go up 3-2 in favor of TC Dantzler.
He needs to stay on the mat.
2-2.
They scored at 2-2. Dantzler wins the period, 3-2, and the match.
As time runs out, Dantzler, as you said, Mitch, wins the period in the match. And TC Dantzler is our national champion at 74 kilos.
Here's that front headlock in the first period that he caught TC by surprise, took him on through. And now you see TC's reverse lock. Rulon talked about how great his lift is. He's adjusted that so that when people stop him, he takes him right over. And we're right back in it again. Nice tight, takes him through, exposes him for 2, gets 2 back. Bisek, but that's not enough.
TC Dantzler, our national champion.